Okay, girl, let's go. Let's get it. We're up, girl, get up. Do what you need to do. But I need to get up. I need to get up. I need to get moving. Good morning, vlogiana. I get in these moods where I'm like, let's vlog every single part of my day and I want to share it with the girls. And then sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do anything. Today, I'm in one of these moods, and I have been the past 3 days. Like, these vlogs are kind of congruent. And we're getting up, we're getting going. Like I said, when you have that idea in the morning of like, oh, maybe I should work out today. Maybe I could go for a workout today. You've got to just capitalize on the idea, honey. And that is me this morning. And lucky me, there's a solid core class in an hour. And it's Cardi x Glorilla x Megan Thee Stallion. I'm like, hello? They literally made this just for me. Start with my Korean probiotic. That reminds me a lot of like Fun Dip. Do you remember Fun Dip as a kid? That's like the adult healthy version, but it's got a little bit of a tang to it. Since I'm going to go work out and do a little high intensity workout in an hour, I'm going to make a collagen matcha to take on the road. And then I figured I'd just go a little early, get some gas in my car since I was driving all around town yesterday, doing this, that, double this, double that. The whole bike, mall, shop, brow situation in the last vlog. Yeah, that cost me half a tank of gas. So I'm like, let me just fill that back up so that when I come back from my trip, you know, it's like that thing when you come back from a trip, you want your house cleaned, you want the car filled with gas. You don't want like groceries that have gone bad, but you want food that you could eat maybe for like the next day or two when you get back, so you don't have to worry about going out there and getting stuff. It's kind of like showing up for yourself in advance. So we've got T-minus 2 days till the trip. I'm feeling a little bit less anxious about it. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's not even talk about the trip. Let's just focus. I'm like, yeah, I'm not that anxious about it anymore. And I'm like, don't even talk about it to me right now. Let's focus. Let's be in the present moment. The trip is going to come whether or not I have a panic attack about it today or not. So let's just hold off. Let's make a little collagen, colostrum, freaking matcha. Let's go work out. Let's pump our gas. Let's come back and eat. I have a bunch of videos to edit today. Like a bunch. So now that I'm done watching Vanderpump Villa, I'm going to lock in and try and edit my own YouTube videos. I have like 5 on deck to be edited. So the one that's tripping me up the most is the Persian Feast one, because I did 2 camera angles. I had the DJI, and then I had my iPhone, and then the audio was on the Digi, and it's like a whole cooking show. As much as I love to film myself cooking and show like what I'm cooking, did you know when I grew up, when I was growing up, when I was growing up, my dream, I would tell everyone I wanted to be a chef, and I wanted to be like in my little 5-year-old mind, I was like, the most declared chef is the chef for the president of the United States. And then at 9 years old, I was like, gotta ditch this idea, because I had oil splash back and burn my face, and then I got bullied for all the scar marks, and I was like, no thanks. And now I'm 26 years old, and I'm living like a princess fairy tale life, and I'm like, I could not be a chef because the people in the restaurant and food industry do a lot of drugs, and I'm trying to stay away from that. Don't get me wrong, I have done a lot of drugs in my past time, but I gotta rinse this off. And it's also very physically taxing, like, and then everyone allegedly is like fucking everyone in the kitchen, and there's not a lot of female representation, so I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna sit that one out, chat. Disgusting. I never say the word chat. I don't know why I just said that. All right, we are gonna bring this matcha to go. I'm low-key gonna put it in this so I can sip it. on my way. This is the foam. It smells like chemicals. Well, that's basically what I put in it. Powdered colostrum, powdered collagen. Please. It just gets like chemical season, but here we are. Here we are. Drinking the chemicals. Okay. I'm gonna pour my matcha in this cup and we are gonna go. Oh, I'm in a very like pinky mood. Kind of loving it. I'm also gonna preset my dishwasher and, oh wait, you can't even see me. Hey, I'm gonna preset my dishwasher or delay start it so that when I come home, this load of dishes will be done and I'll do the same thing with my laundry. So let me do some like rocket science math. If it's 9:30, my class is at 10:30. And then I like to sauna and steam afterwards. So if it's at 10:30, probably be home at 1. If I'm going to be home at 1 and it takes 3 hours, I could probably set it for delay start about a half an hour. Oops, that's a quick one. Yeah, half an hour. Okay, perfect. Dishwasher, delay started. Next, we need to take my drinks. Let's try this matcha. Ooh. It tastes like, well, it tastes about how it sounds. How do you think a collagen colostrum matcha sounds? What do you think that tastes like? Exactly. That's exactly what it tastes like. I added a little bit of maple syrup to try and give it a little bit of reprieve from the chemical tasting disgustingness that it is. See, this is my problem. I can't leave when things are dirty. I have to have everything clean before I go. I got time. I don't gotta rush. I got so much time. Okay. I'll probably just take my phone and leave my camera at home so that I can charge it. But we have 20 grams of protein in one hand, wind shui, the water in the other hand. I have a pink little set to go work out in. Let's go get it. I'll probably just see you when I come home, to be honest, unless things come up. I always say that. I'll be like, I'll just see you later. And then I think of you on my way out. And I'm like, I'll pull out the little camera. We'll see. Girl, we're home. We made it. I worked out. I had a steam and a sauna. I am still viscerally sweating under this. I'm going to go put on something more open and exposed, but I'm making my lunch, so I thought I'd update you. I have a little roasted broccoli. This is all leftovers. I really wanted to get Chipotle on my way home, but I was like, I got food in my fridge. We have food at home. Adult things. I did go to Costco to get gas because I had time before hitting my workout, and so I bought myself some flowers. Let me turn this so you can see. It's a pretty flowers. I won't focus on my flowers because it's focusing on my head. But I just thought I would update you. I'm going to read my book. I've got some cut up pineapple I want to finish. I got my roast broccoli right now. I like it a little bit charred. I made this a couple days ago, so I really got to like hunker down and eat it. 不要浪费. My grandma always says, I got a sweet potato with some chicken and barbecue. I think I've showed you. This is like one of my go-to meals that's like easy to make beforehand and then warm up in the air fryer. Put a little barbecue sauce, put a little sesame seed. I'm going to read my book. I'm reading the second Fourth Wing book. It's so good. My dishes are going to be done in 10 minutes. I got the laundry going. I need to go change. I'm sweating. I'm going to enjoy my meal. I'm going to read my book. I'm reading the second book of the Fourth Wing series, and it's got the plot going on where it's like the good guys might actually be the bad guys kind of scenario. And so I'm like tapping through the pages. I'm like, what is going on? Why was he dead and now he's alive? So we'll see. I guess I'll update you later. Good. I was going to say goodbye, but It's just a see you later. Let's see. It's 12:30 right now. I'll eat. I have a meeting with my somatic practitioner at 2 to 3. It's really nice outside. I feel like I should go outside and cut my toenails. My favorite thing about the weather getting warmer is being able to sit outside and cut my toenails and my fingernails outside, because the little birds can use my fingernail and toenail clippings to make their nests. Someone once told me that. I don't know if it's real, but it just feels freeing to be able to cut my toenails outside, so I don't have to like fight and look for every single piece, because you know they're always like flying everywhere. So I'm gonna change, eat, read. I'll just see you when I see you. Okay, I did have a good lunch. I did change so that I can breathe. Just funny enough, now I'm a little bit chilly, yet too hot, yet too cold. The spring weather. Let's see here. Now, after I eat, I like to be on my feet for 10 to 15 minutes. Move my body. Sometimes I go on a walk. Sometimes I just get up and do the dishes. But apparently, if you have PCOS, it's really good to stabilize your blood sugar. So to move for 10 to 15 minutes after you eat, whether it's a walk, putting away dishes, prepping some flowers. And if you can't, like you have to stay sitting for a job or you're at a long dinner or whatever, just like moving your toes, like your foot up and down for 15 minutes, that also works too. But I have these gorgeous flowers that I bought myself, and I figured I'd come back and share that. I think I said a little bit of it, like, hey, I bought myself some flowers, but girl, you can't be waiting for, you can't wait for your life to start. You can't wait for someone else to buy you flowers to be happy that you have flowers. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta you sometimes just gotta do things for yourself. And if you want your flowers to last a while, obviously cut down the stems. I'm gonna have to cut down the stems a lot because this is very tall for the very small vase that I have. And then you cut them at a diagonal. You can get these special planter cutting scissors at like a Home Depot, a Lowe's, whatever your local hardware store is. They make cutting your flowers a lot easier. And if you're going to be consistently buying yourself flowers, which I highly recommend that you do, it's very much worth it. So you just cut them at like a little angle. This sunflower is a little bit twisted. It's a little bit, she said, I like dick with a little bit of curve. Oh my gosh, that class today, the solid core class with the Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla, and Cardi playlist, I'm like, please, I need that every time. Like, and then she had the audacity to have the music on super low, and she was talking the entire time. It was like halfway through the class before she finally caught her breath that I could be like, hey, can you turn up the music? Next time, I'm just going to talk over her, because God, sometimes these solid core instructors do not shut the fuck up. And it's like, let me just listen to the music and get into it. And I get it, for the people that haven't been before, they need to hear the modifications and the amplifications, but it's super annoying when someone is talking on the microphone the whole entire time. I'm trying to like tune them out. Oh, and if you get yourself roses, cut off all the leaves, take off the first ring of petals. Oh my gosh, isn't that like a gorgeous rose? This is all if you want your flowers to last longer. It takes like prep work, and then you can make yourself a little bouquet. This gorgeous carnelian. I have to chop off the bottom flowers because there's just not enough space, and take off all the excess leaves. Oh, so nice. I'm so happy I get to do this for myself. It's just what a luxury, right? I've had like maybe a handful of psychic readings where they say that like the person that I end up with is like a successful business person, but then they also worship the ground that I walk on. And of course, when you hear that when you're younger, you're like, yeah, my fairy tale, of course. But now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, no, duh. Because look at what I do for myself. Like, I buy myself flowers all the time. So why would I let someone into my life who doesn't show up and cherish me the way that I cherish myself? That's just a non-given. I don't even let friends. That's why I don't have any friends right now, because I just took a step back from every relationship that was not cherishing me the way that I cherish myself and I cherish other people. It's so easy for me. It's like natural for me to be generous and to invest in people. And so if you don't got it like that and you can't put in the effort to match where I'm at, then we're just not a good fit, honey. Like, of course, the person that I end up with is going to know how to make flower bouquets, or they're going to be rich enough to order flower bouquets weekly. Wouldn't that be nice? So I just thought that was a funny tidbit, but you never know. I do know I will never be with a bum again. I did that once, and that was my philanthropy for that time period in my life. I have turned a bum into a man, and now I'm ready to be flourished with my own man. A good man who loves me for me. More importantly, can see me for me, because guess what? Love is like a bare minimum in a relationship. Everyone, kind of goes about like, oh my gosh, love at first sight, it's a good feeling. Honey, I've had relationships where there's love, and love just isn't enough. For me, maybe for some people, all they need is love, but I need to feel cherished. I need to feel considered. They do say consideration is like a highest form of love. I need all those things. If you don't know how to cherish me, you don't know how to spoil me the way that I naturally spoil myself and spoil other people, it's not going to work, because in the relationship, I am going to breed resentment. And it's also just, I guess I would rather not be in a relationship than feel less than my worth in a relationship and hold out for the people that could show me that. And you know what's the worst case scenario with that? The worst case scenario is that there isn't anyone like that I meet out there, and I die alone. Bitch, at the end of the day, we're all dying alone anyways. Like, it's not like you and your partner were gonna die at the same time, or you and your mom, or you and your dad. Like, we sort of kind of all die alone, unless it's one of those like freaky plane crash scenarios where you're like all dying together. But for the most part, we're all going alone. And if I never meet someone in this lifetime that shows me the love that I show myself, that's cool. I made peace with that. At least I get to show myself a little bit of the love. One facet of the love. This is so gorgeous. Can you see? Oh, yes, you can. Some of these sunflowers, though, I wonder if they'll come back to life once I put them in this. They're a little bit crooked and dry. But I got these in my car before I went to work out, so they were sitting in my car for like an hour and a half. I'm like, maybe they just need a little bit of water and some of that plant food to bring them back to life. Also, if you don't have the plant food, or for some whatever reason, if your thing doesn't come with plant food, a cap full of bleach and a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Ooh, my laundry's done. We'll go get that in a little bit. But like all these extra leaves, according to my TikTok and my personal experience with having flowers last a while, you want to just dead them all, cut them all off. I'm not a fan of these ones because this stuff sheds everywhere. It's super cute, but it just sheds everywhere. And plus, I don't feel like we need to... Isn't she kind of already looking pretty full? Pretty gorgeous. She's like really small on this side and then like big on this side. Maybe I should cut this rose down because she seems to be a little bit big. Apparently the professionals don't like cross their things either. They like make the bouquet on a flat table. It's really not that deep. It's more important to me that it just looks pretty. Put a rose there. Isn't that pretty? That's the most important part. Maybe I'll add some of these bigger leaves to it. But yeah, This is your sign. Make yourself a bouquet because you're worth it. I used to be one of those people too that was like, I hate flowers. They just die. It's like, what's the point in spending money on something that's going to die? Girl, you're worth spending money on, okay? You're worth spending money on something that you look at and you smell and it brings you pleasure. Pleasure instantly makes your body go, oh, I'm safe. So you deserve to give yourself something nice to look at. And me, personally, as you can tell, I'm having some anxiety come up here and there. So I most definitely want something gorgeous to look at. I have these two lefts, but they're extremely, I have experience with this one. Like I said, it sheds everywhere. It's very annoying. And then this one is just, that's a lot. So you know what? This is full. And that's the thing, when you make a bouquet, you got this Costco. What was this? $20? $20. You get to make yourself happy for like a good week looking at it. Change the water every 2 to 3 days. If you do the little food packet that it comes with, and then do the cap full of bleach and the spoonful of sugar, you don't have to change the water every couple of days. And it'll last a good week until the next time you go to the grocery store, and then you can buy yourself another one. I haven't bought myself flowers, I feel like. I used to do it like religiously every week. And I feel like recently I've been tapering down to like every month. These ones, sunflowers, look a little bit dead and dry, but here's my bouquet. Because I'm worth it. And it doesn't matter if I think you're worth it and I advocate for you to have beautiful things. You gotta think that yourself. I can be your number 2 hype man, but if you're not your first hype man, then what's the point of someone even hyping you up, you know? All right, it's 1:15. I'm gonna wipe down this counter, switch my laundry. Oh, I was gonna sit down and read, but I'm like, I should just finish editing my YouTube videos so they don't keep like stacking up, like backlog. I'll edit a YouTube video and then I'll have my little meeting at 2 p.m. We'll see if that one actually happens. Okay, I just wanted to show you my bouquet. I wanted to tell you that I think I'm worth beautiful things and that I think you're worth beautiful things, but really it's up to you whether you think you're worth beautiful things. And what's the point of having money if not to spend it on things that bring you pleasure? That's my philosophy, at least. See you later. See, girl, I just had my session and I'm very grateful and glad that I have a space where I can express myself so unfiltered and really tap into emotions that are coming up within me. Because yes, I've been feeling anxious these past couple of vlogs about like traveling, but then if I really dive into it and I sit down and it's like, okay, well, why am I anxious? It's because the past couple of trips I've had have been betraying my body, betraying me. I feel like myself betraying me. I feel like my mom betraying me, other people betraying me, just a lot of betrayal, a lot of resentment, a lot of anger bubbling up. And now I feel like I'm in my villain era. You know, they say when you get like really heartbroken and then you like go through a villain era because you're just like pissed off at the world. I feel like especially on a woman who is allegedly supposed to get her period, who even knows if it comes or not. I'm so beyond that and just over it because I fucking hate PCOS. I fucking hate my uterus. And I'm in one of those moods where I'm just so angry and it's like I hate the whole entire world and myself. I want to light the world up in flames and then throw myself in the flame once I've watched everyone and everything turn into ashes. And I remember feeling this way. I remember in the 2nd grade, okay, 2008, Facebook just came out. We were playing Farmville on it, but you were also like doing little status updates of like, feeling happy, played at the playground today, feeling upset, fell off the monkey bars today. And I remember this one time something angered me. I don't remember what it was, but I remember something angered me and I wrote like so angry, want the school to burst up in flames, or like want a bomb to like go off when I go to school tomorrow. And then the police came to my house in the middle of the night. And it's because I have never been taught, I have never been shown how to express my anger. I don't think a majority of us know how to properly express our anger. I think the majority of us, especially women, especially non-white women, do not get the same opportunity or the same privilege to express and feel angry the way that either a white woman or either any other kind of man gets to feel angry. So I never was taught how to feel anger. It was always just like, oh, someone violated you. I mean, that's what anger is. Anger is something in your brain, something in your psyche telling you like, hey, this is violating my sense of self. This is violating what I think is safe, what makes me comfortable. Like there's some type of violation going on, a betrayal, whatever have you. Anger comes up, and then women are supposed to be like, and I don't look at that, and I rise above, and I'm the bigger person. Fuck being the bigger person, bitch. You're gonna be the bigger person with an autoimmune disease if you don't learn how to feel your anger. So, I'm in my mood. I'm in my villain mood. I'm in my villain era. I'm feeling very angry at past versions of myself, at my life, at the whole world. I'm just this big ball of anger right now. And I feel like that's kind of what has pushed me to start working out again this week, is like, oh, I need some type of somatic practice to like work and express the anger out. But working out 2 days ago and today wasn't enough. I did some like sporadic dancing on Sunday night too, which is where you just like put on any song and you just like dance like crazy and move your body like no one is watching. That's supposed to be really good for your nervous system. I've done all of that. So now I'm going to go outside and I'm going to do some rage journaling. I haven't rage journaled in a really long time. It's basically like Mean Girl burn book type shit where you write the nastiest, most vile, disgusting, harmful wishes for people, and it's supposed to be a somatic practice to help get the anger and like, how did my practitioner word it? Pluck the anger out of my psyche and give it somewhere else to live so that it doesn't begrudgingly fester and grow inside of me, where I just become this cynical person that does pop off at a stranger that looks at me sideways. So I'm very angry. There were lots of tears shed during my session, sweat under my boobs and my armpit and my lower back. My laundry is now in the dryer section. I'm going to sit outside. I'm going to rage journal. I'm going to cut my nails outside. And then let's see how I'm feeling after. But right now, I just want to let you know that I'm in a mood where I hate everyone and everything. I feel like a dragon breathing fire. Like if you so much as silently fart in my vicinity, I will literally burn you to ashes. And I know right now in my villain era, I'm like, yes, do it, burn, 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 die, die, die. I don't give a shit. But I know that this is just like a season. This is just an era. This is just a flavor. I know that once I move on to a different flavor and I'm more joyful or I'm more relaxed or whatever, I would probably regret being vile and disgusting towards someone who, let's say, didn't deserve it. So before my anger gets unleashed on other strangers, as you see probably all the time, I'm going to take care of it myself. There's a whole lot of isolated alchemy going on over here on this channel in the world of Katie fucking Woohajiji, because no one teaches me shit. No one holds my hand and tells me what to do. No one supports me. It's me. It's always been me. I'm all that I have. So why do I buy myself flowers? Why do I pay thousands of dollars to meet with practitioners? Why do I do any of this? Because I'm all I have. And I feel like if I don't show up for myself, then I would actually probably just die, because I don't think any human can live without someone showing up for them, even if it's themselves showing up for themselves in this moment. Like if you think about it, babies, we're like one of the only mammals, or the only mammal, where right at birth, we literally need other people to take care of us. If you leave a human baby in a room for 3 days, you're gonna come back and it's gonna be dead. Sometimes you leave a baby in its crib to sleep for a couple of hours and you come back and it's dead, okay? Humans are so needy. We need other people to show up for us and to stand up for us and to protect us. And I don't have anyone in my life. I've never had anyone in my life to show up for me, to stand up for me, and to protect myself. So excuse me while I'm in my villain mode and I gotta do it for myself. So clearly it's still festering inside of me. Let's go take care of this outside, rage journal. If that doesn't seem to blow the steam off the lid a little bit, then I'll come back and I'll put on a song and I'll do some like sporadic dancing. I know that that's a way to do it, the rage journaling, being outside. And then also, I've heard of like pushing a wall, like put yourself up against the wall and push as hard as you can to like somatically release some of this. So just know, girl, you're first generation American. Sure, maybe your parents came to this country and they slaved away day and night with only like $200 and now they're multimillionaires and they supply and pay for your lifetime. But don't let that take away from the ways that you probably have to emotionally support yourself, the way that you have to emotionally regulate yourself, the way that none of this is taught in our families and we have to go pay for it. And you can be so grateful and you can be so privileged to pay for it. And at the same time, you can be angry and have resentment about that. And it's all about having the capacity to hold and express all your feelings. So let me go express my motherfucking anger, my disappointment, my sorrow, my resentment, and I'll just check in later. Thanks for letting me rant to you about that. Thanks, girl. Again, I'm in my villain character right now, my villain lens. So I'm like, thanks who? Thanks you? This is my channel. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Let's see how I return after expressing my emotions. Okay, I have an update for you. An hour later-ish? A lot has conspired in the last hour, so I went outside. I brought my journal and I brought my toenail clipper out there, and I was like, you know what? Let me give this rage journaling a try, because I felt like that was what was more calling to me, because I just had these very vivid scenes where I wanted to like bah, 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 to a bunch of people that have wronged me. And I was like, wait, what if I just wrote it out on some like movie script fantasy, vicious violence fantasy type thing? I get to writing 5 pages in like 5 minutes. I didn't bring my phone out there, so I wasn't keeping track of time, but it felt like a really quick time went by, and who even knew I had 5 pages worth of things to write out. And I am talking the most vile, quote unquote, inhumane. But is it really inhumane? Like, we're all just primal animals at the end of the day. And if someone wrongs you, like the animal kingdom, you rip out their throat. We're animals at the end of the day. So I just wrote out 5 pages of people that have wronged me, my dad, my mom, friends, and I just let it rip. And after I wrote out everything that I wanted to do to them in my script, it literally felt like the weight of anger and the thoughts of like violence, it felt like it was just like uplifted for me. And I took a deep breath after writing and I was like, holy shit. I can now understand, just on like a human consciousness level, why kids in America bring guns to school and light up the school. Because if you, my personal reflection on my experience expressing my anger in a healthy way that doesn't harm myself or other people, writing it out, and after writing it, I was like, if I didn't write out these thoughts, if I didn't tap into my truth of wanting to see other people suffer that have hurt me, I could see why this like darkness, these violent thoughts would fester up inside of someone, that they would go buy a gun or steal their dad's gun or whatever happens and go and just let it rip. Because when I was writing out my violent fantasies and just expressing my anger through rage journaling, I wrote about wanting to hurt the people that hurt me, but also I wanted to hurt the people that they loved so that they could feel the visceral pain from all degrees of in which way I've been hurt onto them. And I was like, damn, maybe in schools we should just take like a 5-minute session and let people just write out the most violent, disgusting, horror, quote unquote, unhumane things just to let it out. It feels so much better. Now that it's out, I wrote about it. It went really quick. I felt super angry. It felt like it was this bile surging up within me. And then I just threw it up on this paper and I'm like, wow, now I feel better. I took a couple of deep breaths after that. I went on a walk. I had a package deliver where I had to assemble this box and it required me slamming into the box. That was really helpful. I was also given the suggestion by my practitioner to go to a rage room, but the rage room is like 30 minutes away from me. And I've been to a rage room twice before and it does help express your anger so great. Because even though it's only like a 20-minute session, you're like, 20 minutes doesn't seem like that long time. But 10, 15 minutes into the session, I think all you need is a solid 10 minutes to express your anger in a judgment-free zone where you can let every thought, every physical sensation, everything that's festering inside of you, just rage it out. I think all you need is 10 minutes. And then boom, bada bing, bada boom, then you're like over it. It's alchemized, it's expressed. Emotion. Motion is after the E. Express motion. Put your emotions and expression into action. Do something about it. And that was great. Perfect timing that that package got delivered to and the box needed me to like hammer and like shove things in. I'm like, this is great. I'm not going to go to a rage room today. That's just out of my capacity to go drive an hour or something after we did all that driving yesterday. I'm like, maybe tomorrow I'll think about it. See how I'm feeling. They seem to have a lot of slots open. So maybe tomorrow I'll rage room it out. If I do, I'll probably bring you, but that felt good. That felt really, really good. This is your sign. Well, I don't know if this is your sign, but this is just me sharing how the fuck am I going to show up in this world as a 26-year-old? I don't want to take my anger out on people that don't deserve it. I don't want to be that bitch that's just yelling at the person behind the counter being like, fuck you, I want to talk to the manager. I don't want to be that person, but in life, you're going to get angry. I think being a human and living is a violating experience. There are going to be moments where people betray you, people stab you in your back, or people do unspeakable things to you. And me, somehow, as a 26-year-old, I need to figure out how the fuck am I going to deal with the shit that goes on in this world and still be someone that feels true to me. Like, how can I honor my truth in this world? And also, how can I figure out to express my anger? This is not the only time I'm going to be angry in my life. Are you kidding me? I'm sure there's going to be plenty of shit in my life that's going to piss me the fuck off. I think we're all going to be pissed. And it's figuring out what works for you. More importantly, what works for me when I'm mad, because I'm all I've got. I don't have a support system where I can call someone up and be like, I'm this angry, da 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 da. I don't have like a group or something that I can go to and express it. So I need to figure out, how am I going to emotionally regulate myself, especially in moments where I've been taken advantage of, when I've been betrayed, when I'm just feeling downright angry. And I don't want it to fester up inside of me and create some type of disease. I wonder if the past 2 weeks that I was like nauseous and sofa ridden was because I was like subconsciously repressing this anger, because I was like, I don't know how to deal with anger. It's low-key kind of scary. It seems like a chore to deal with. But now that I just went through it, I'm like, 10 minutes? 10 minutes? Are you kidding me? I spent 14 days nauseous, headache, bloated on the couch, couldn't move. And all I could have done for 10 minutes was write out my violent fantasies in a notebook. And just at the end, I just signed it of like, I'm letting God take this over. The wind was also blowing right as I finished journaling too. Rage journaling. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to let the wind take it, let nature take it, and I can let go of this anger that I have. Now I feel like doing all that rage journaling. Now I know it takes 10 minutes to express anger in a healthy way. And it also is just such a delicious marinade of validation to be like, yeah, everything that I have gone through in my life, every way that people have treated me, it makes so much sense that I would be angry. It makes me perfectly healthy and normal to be angry given what I've gone through. So now I know, 10 minutes, a rage journal, put a little physical action into it, little box, and just writing out the crazy things that you're not supposed to say, or the things that if you say out loud could get you in trouble. Because yeah, talking about wanting to kill other people is threatening. It can be very scary, but also if you need to express your rage in a healthy way and let that primal instinct of your human nature take over, put it in a journal. You can burn the pages. You can throw away the journal. You can burn the journal after. I used to, when I did this like last year or 2 years ago, I like did it on pieces of paper, and then I like burned the paper because I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared. I can't believe I wrote about like drowning my dad in piss and suffocating my mom with shit. Like, you know, it was like scary for me to express and admit my truth. But this year I'm like, I can put all this shit in a journal and I can say the craziest, vile, most hateful wishes, and that can just be that. That doesn't define who I am. It doesn't mean I'm going to act on it. And I think it's better to write it and be consciously aware of how this anger is festering and growing inside of me than to let it like consume my thoughts. So I feel great. I expressed anger in a healthy, empowering way that doesn't hurt myself or other people, and I'm sharing it with you. So if that's your sign, that's your sign. If it's not, I don't give a shit. But now I'm thinking, now I could go get that chipotle that I wanted for lunch. I could go get it for dinner, and I could watch The Boys. There's a new episode of that. I don't know if I can watch it and eat at the same time because The Boys sometimes can be very graphic, but feels like that'd be a great way to end the night, the day. We did it! We worked out. We got ourselves flowers. We had a great lunch. We expressed our anger, cried it out, screamed about it, put it into assembling a box, rage journaled it out. And I feel great. What a great day. Wow. Not every day is like this, but what a great day. It's sunny, it's 80 degrees. Every time it's nice outside, don't you just want to eat out? Maybe it's because I live in Minnesota where half the year is winter and like below freezing. So once it becomes nice, and I'm like, frolic, summer, let's go out to eat, let's get ice cream. But something about warm weather always makes me want to eat outside. But I'm going to treat myself with the chipotle, or chipotle as my mom calls it, because that's what I was craving for lunch, and I didn't get it because I had food in the fridge. Well, I ate the food in the fridge, and now it's time to eat what I actually want to eat. Okay, thanks for spending today with me. I will see you on the next one. Happy rage journaling if that's something that you get into.